All right, so we're officially live, dude. We literally built this entire studio.
Yep, 4 months.
First video, it's been long awaited.
Very
Long wait.
long
It took
wait.
4 months. Should have been faster, but it is what it is. So yeah, guys, pretty much this is our first episode of ZGN Talks, and we kind of wanted to give a brief introduction of who we are, what we do. But before getting into that, if you want to just give a brief explanation of what the two channels will be about.
Yeah, so currently we're about to have 2 channels. The first one being this channel you guys are watching right now, which is going to be called ZGN Talks. We kind of, talk about, like Mitch said, like who we are, where we come from, businesses we run, etc. Just giving you guys some free value about business, entrepreneurship, stuff like that. Hopefully you guys can avoid some of the same mistakes we made. Stuff relating to that. Our other channel, we're going to be interviewing people like founders and other business owners, just kind of bringing them on and getting their perspective on different topics as well. So yeah, that channel is going to be on the same exact set, same everything. The difference is we're not going to be talking about ourselves. It's just going to be us talking to a guest, really bringing out the knowledge that they have.
Exactly. So yeah, pretty much just to give a quick introduction of who we are, and that's kind of what this main video will be about before we actually start putting out videos of our experiences in business, life in general, stories, and just having you guys getting to know us on a more personal level, along with us being able to give back as much value as possible. So yeah, as many of you know, my name is Mitchell. I was born in 2000. I'm 19 years old. I'm currently still a sophomore in college, and that's something that we'll be discussing in later videos, balancing building a business along with school, which is super tough. My family immigrated here in 1994 from Belarus, escaped communism. They love it here. But that's aside from the point. Fluent in Russian, by the way. So I'd say elementary school through high school life was pretty typical. It wasn't until I started to really getting into business where I started really understanding what I want to do with my life. And it was actually Emiliano. If any of you guys watching know what Shopify is, he got the early wave of that nearly 4 years ago. And as many of you guys know, Shopify consists of running Facebook ads. That's back when Facebook ads were super, super cheap.
Dirt cheap compared to today.
Exactly.
Really cheap.
He was able to catch the main wave of that, and this was around sophomore or junior year in high school where he actually introduced it to me. Now, Emiliano and I actually met in middle school, and we already had a super tight bond since 6th grade. Yep. And that's another important topic that we'll be making a video on later, which is choosing your business partner. Super important topic. Let's go into it. And we were lucky enough to have known each other way beforehand before actually choosing to pursue business. So pretty much we got into Shopify, lost money at one point, made some money, learned a lot through that. Yeah. And we were able to kind of take our cash flow from those businesses and dump them into Instagram pages. So what we would do, we would build Instagram pages using a certain algorithm to make posts go viral on the Explore page. And through growing these channels, we were able to then sell them to other companies. So say, for example, there was a clothing brand. There was one clothing brand that got in touch with us. The founder of that was too lazy to start a brand from scratch or start an Instagram page from scratch. And pretty much the account was already grown, and we were able to flip that over to him and have him pretty much take that audience.
So we do like theme pages and then sell them to brands that are in the same niche, stuff like that. So it was a pretty good business. We were, I think, 17 at the time, 16, exactly. 17. So that was pretty good.
We actually had a summer job during that time in which that'll be a story for another time.
That's a whole other story.
But we pretty much took all the money we got from that, reinvested it into Instagram, and then we pretty much took our money from Instagram and put it back into eBay to where we were able to get it to consistent 3 to 4K a month pure profit each through eBay. It was super tedious. We had to go to the post office every single day. And from there, we actually got to Amazon because Amazon allowed us to kind of be able to sell products online without actually having to hold any inventory. And we've been working a lot on Amazon. Recently, we've been able to travel more, invest more into experiences at 19 years old, which we are super fortunate to be able to do. And that's kind of how our lives, my life in general has been. I don't want to get into too much detail because there will be videos that get into other details of my life along with businesses. So that's pretty much a little bit about me. And
keep it short and sweet. hand it off to me, the baton. But yeah, so kind of touching on what Mitch is talking about from my perspective, got into Shopify, all that stuff before it was big, around 16, 17, so about 3-4 years ago. From there, I went to flipping Instagram pages, went to eBay, and then, went to Amazon, the next step up from eBay, and, in my opinion, and I think both of our opinions. But before that, I actually was never into business. As Mitch and a lot of people may know, I was actually big into investing in the stock market, bonds, stuff like that. So I actually used to trade simulators for stocks and stuff like that, where we'd track the indexes and stock just like that. I probably did that around 14 years old, and I started trading for around 15 to 16. From there, I was just investing in the stock market. I think my first year I got a 37% return. Second year I got around 45% return. From there I really started thinking, if I'm getting just a piece of what these companies' profits actually are, like what would it be like to, be the company, and in turn, potentially be able to get a higher ROI. That's kind of what led me into business. And then, slowly things started to kind of work and I got some traction. I kind of like dragged Mitch in with me. And yeah, from there, it's just been doing business ever since. Pretty much no hiccups on the road overall. So, pretty good.
Exactly. And then also the fact, so it's actually different to have a perspective because I'm still managing all this as a college student while you, on the other hand.
Yeah, so about that. I recently dropped out a couple months ago and decided to pursue business full time. Mitch, on the other hand, hasn't yet. I'm slowly wearing him down. I'm sure he will one day.
Yes, as I mentioned earlier, I have Russian immigrant parents, and for all you guys watching, you know how those parents are about school. Grades are super volatile. Plan is hopefully not to finish school, but yeah, you guys know how Russian parents are. But yeah, that's kind of a quick overview on who we are. Next video, we'll actually be getting into more details about business,
our life, meaty stuff.
Exactly what we do, the actual interesting stuff, the value stuff. And yeah, this is pretty much our first channel. We've been long looking forward to actually build this whole studio with our own hands. Any ideas you guys have, feel free to share it with us. Please share the word as we're trying to grow this channel, spread reach in it. And yeah, thank you for watching and hope you guys have a great day.
Signing off.